Can a tiny object buried beneath your plant shift your entire financial destiny? It sounds impossible, doesn't it? But in the quiet corners of ancient Feng Shui practice, there exists a forgotten ritual, one so simple, so overlooked, and yet so powerful that those who've tried it often report something remarkable: smoother workdays, unexpected job offers, forgotten debts suddenly paid, and money appearing seemingly out of nowhere. And the secret, it begins with the snake plant, a common house plant that holds an uncommon energy. Most people place it by their door or in a corner for decoration, unaware that this bold sword-like plant is actually a living conduit of upward energy. But what if I told you that beneath its roots you could place a small object, one that acts as a key opening the gates of prosperity that may have long been shut? This isn't superstition. It's not about luck or magic. It's about aligning with the energy of nature intention and the ancient wisdom passed down through generations. In this video, you'll discover what to hide under your snake plant, how to activate it properly, and why this practice, when done with clarity and purpose, can quietly shift the way energy flows into your life. Let's begin this journey together. Why the snake plant is not just a plant. Most people see the snake plant as just another house plant, easy to care for, sharpen, design a touch of green to brighten a room. But in the world of Feng Shui, this plant is far more than decoration. It is a living blade of energy, a sword that stands silently guarding your space. Its upright leaves, shaped like spears, are not random. They symbolize upward movement, focus, and determination, qualities that are vital for anyone seeking growth in wealth, career, or clarity. In ancient Chinese metaphysics, its form is known as yang wood, energy, active, driven, and unyielding. This is not the gentle sway of bamboo. The snake plant stands still, sharp and alert. It cuts through stagnation and pushes back against invisible blockages that often keep prosperity from entering our homes. But even more powerful than its shape is its function. Scientific studies now show that plants, including the snake plant, emit subtle vibrational frequencies. They respond to sound, emotion, and environment. Your snake plant is not just growing in the background, it is listening, feeling. And when paired with sacred objects and pure intention, it becomes a magnet, drawing in what you ask for, quietly, powerfully. It filters the air. It absorbs negativity. It holds energy. And when placed correctly and activated properly, it becomes an energetic gatekeeper for your financial future. In the next section, we'll reveal how to unlock that power, starting with a sacred trio known to attract wealth for centuries. Are you ready to activate it? The triad of activation: intention, object, energy. So how does a simple plant become a powerful magnet for wealth? It begins with the meeting of three forces: intention, object, and energy. This is the heart of Feng Shui, aligning the unseen with the physical, harmonizing what we feel with what we place. A plant on its own is alive. A sacred object holds frequency. But when your intention enters the space, something begins to shift. Intention is more than a thought. It's the energy behind your actions. It's the silent prayer, the inner whisper: I am ready to receive. I am worthy of abundance. When you consciously set an intention, you are not wishing, you are transmitting. The universe listens most when the heart is clear. Object is the bridge, the physical form that holds your intention. It could be a coin, a crystal, a key, or a handwritten note. But not just any object. It must be chosen with clarity and placed with purpose. In Feng Shui, objects become anchors of intention, storing your energy like seeds buried beneath the earth. And then there is energy, the invisible river that flows through your home, your thoughts, your surroundings. The snake plant, by its nature, is an energy filter. When activated, it becomes a channel that magnifies your intention through the object you've placed beneath it. This triad: intention, object, energy is the formula. Now that you understand the framework, it's time to discover the first sacred item in this ritual. 3 ancient coins bound in red. Item number 1, 3 emperor coins and the wealth loop. The first item to activate your snake plant's wealth energy is one of the oldest and most trusted tools in all of Feng Shui. 3 ancient coins tied together with a red thread. These aren't just any coins. Traditionally, they are replicas of coins minted during the Qing dynasty, China's last and longest imperial dynasty, a time when prosperity, cultural sophistication, and centralized power reached extraordinary heights. Each coin carries the symbolic energy of wealth, authority, and legacy, representing not just money but the flow of abundance that is stable, generational, and deeply rooted. When you tie 3 coins together with red string, you're activating more than a symbol. You are creating a living energy cycle in harmony with the 5 elements. Let's explore this deeper. The coins themselves represent metal, the element of value, clarity, and wealth. The red thread symbolizes fire, which activates and empowers metal in Feng Shui. Together, they initiate a cycle. Metal produces water, representing flow. Water nourishes wood, your snake plant. Wood feeds fire, your intention. Fire generates earth stability and foundation. Earth returns to metal, completing the loop. This is what we call the wealth loop, a self-sustaining energetic circuit, where nothing is wasted and all parts support one another. It's not about explosive luck that burns out fast. It's about a continuous, dependable stream of opportunity, resourcefulness, and steady income. When these 3 coins are buried at the base of your snake plant, their frequency doesn't just sit in the soil, it moves upward through the roots, into the leaves, and out into the room around you. Over time, you may notice a subtle shift. Delayed payments arrive, conversations about money feel easier, opportunities come when you least expect them. Remember, simplicity is sacred. In the next section, we'll go beyond the physical and explore how to anchor your financial clarity and inner wisdom with a radiant solar-powered crystal. Item number 2, citrine or pyrite, the inner compass. If the 3 emperor coins represent material wealth, the kind you can touch, spend, and save, then the second item you'll bury beneath your snake plant speaks to something more subtle but equally essential: inner wealth. We're talking about clarity, confidence, courage, direction. This is where crystals enter the ritual, specifically citrine and pyrite, 2 stones long, revered in both ancient energy traditions and modern metaphysical practices. Let's begin with citrine, often known as the stone of the sun. Its warm golden glow is more than just beautiful. It radiates positive energy, clears mental fog, and enhances focused intention. In traditional Chinese and Buddhist cultures, citrine was believed to awaken higher intelligence, improve decision-making, and attract wealth not through luck, but through wise and timely action. Because abundance isn't just about what flows in, it's about what you recognize, what you keep, and how you respond. Citrine helps you see opportunities before others do. It sharpens your internal compass and says, walk forward, you are ready. Then there is pyrite, sometimes called fool's gold. But don't be fooled. Pyrite is a stone of resilience, boldness, and grounded power. Its brassy golden shimmer hides a powerful energetic signature, the vibration of willpower, protection, and fearless creation. Pyrite shields your thoughts from scarcity and doubt and replaces them with, I am capable, I will succeed. When you bury either of these stones beneath your snake plant, you're doing more than completing a ritual. You're installing a compass into the energy grid of your home, one that points not north or south, but inward toward your own highest path. Every time you water your plant, you're not just sustaining life. You're feeding your vision, your inner light, and your confidence in the journey ahead. You're no longer asking for abundance to find you. You're becoming the kind of person it's already seeking. Next, we'll place the final piece that opens the way forward, a key, one that unlocks far more than doors. Item number 3, brass key, unlocking opportunity. A coin brings value. A crystal brings clarity. But the brass key brings something far greater: access. In Feng Shui, a key is not merely a mechanical object. It is a powerful symbol of permission, passage, and breakthrough. It represents the ability to unlock energy that has been stuck, to enter spaces you were once denied, and to say to the universe, I am no longer waiting outside. We live surrounded by invisible doors. Doors to abundance, new beginnings, healing, creativity, even self-worth. Many of them remain closed not because we aren't worthy, but because we haven't known how or when to open them. That's why we turn to the antique brass key. Brass, an alloy of copper and zinc, merges the grounded warmth of copper with the mental sharpness of zinc. In the 5-element system, metal represents wisdom, structure, decision-making, and the gathering of wealth. It also governs the mouth and lungs, meaning it carries both communication and breath, the spoken word and intention. When you bury a brass key beneath your snake plant, you're creating a sacred gesture. You're placing a message into the soil, one that says, Let the right doors open. Let me be brave enough to walk through them. And it's not just about material success. This key may unlock a new way of thinking, a release from scarcity, or the courage to take the next step in your personal journey. Before placing the key, hold it gently. Close your eyes, whisper an intention with clarity. May every door of goodness open before me. May I walk through them with grace and courage. Then plant it in silence. Trust it. Because once buried, the key doesn't push it, aligns. It softens, resistance clears space, and invites right timing into your life. Item number 4, handwritten note of intention. Among all the sacred items you can bury beneath your snake plant, the coins, the crystal, the key, this one might seem the most humble. A small handwritten note, no glitter, no weight, no shimmer, just paper and pen and you. But don't be deceived by its simplicity, because sometimes what seems the smallest carries the most profound energy. This note is not printed, not copied. It's written by your own hand with your own presence, intention, and energy. The words attract wealth, gather fortune. Just 4 short words, but when written slowly, mindfully, and with belief, they become a vibrational signature, a living message sent from your heart to the universe. In many spiritual traditions, your handwriting is seen as the fingerprint of your soul. Each line you draw carries your emotional rhythm. Each curve holds your mental state. It's not just ink, it's your frequency on paper. And within this ritual, the note becomes more than a message. It becomes an offering. From a Feng Shui perspective, this act beautifully represents all 5 elements. The paper is earth-stable receiving. The ink is water flowing with your thoughts. Your hand movement is fire sparked by action. Your breath as you write is air, the invisible life force. And your intention is spirit, pure, silent, yet infinitely loud in the energetic realm. In that moment, you've done something extraordinary. You've gathered earth, water, fire, air, and spirit in a single act of devotion. Now place the note beneath the soil alongside the coin's crystal and key. Let the earth hold it, let the plant receive it, and let your intention ripple outward quietly, steadily, and with great love. Next, we'll seal this entire ritual, visibly and energetically, with a sacred cloth that marks this space as a vessel for abundance. Before you complete the ritual by wrapping your plant, there is one optional but deeply powerful element you can add, something that's been used for centuries to bridge the physical and the energetic, a pinch of sacred soil or a small amount of sandalwood dust. Let's begin with sacred soil. This could be soil from a temple garden, a place of peace, or even from your own ancestral land, anywhere that holds a memory of reverence and stillness. Soil carries the imprint of energy, footsteps, prayers, silence, life. By placing a small amount of it above your buried items and beneath your snake plant, you are anchoring them in memory, connection, and grounding. Now consider sandalwood dust. This fragrant, sacred wood has been used in Buddhist and spiritual rituals for thousands of years to purify energy, invite blessings, and calm the spirit. A pinch of sandalwood powder, or even finely ground incense ash, sprinkled into the soil acts like a spiritual conductor, helping the energies of your objects move more fluidly through the plant. You can think of this step as creating a soft, energetic bed, a space that welcomes and amplifies the influence of your coins, your crystal, your key, and your written intention. It's not required, but when used with respect and intention, it deepens the ritual's resonance and allows your snake plant to truly become a temple of energy. Now that all has been placed and blessed, let's return to the final physical gesture, the sacred cloth wrapping. Gift wrapping ritual. Gold or jade cloth. Now that your sacred items are resting in the ground, your coins, crystals, keys, handwritten notes, or a bit of sandalwood ash, it's time to seal the energy, not with cement, not with weight, but with a simple piece of cloth. In Feng Shui and traditional spiritual practices, wrapping a gift is a gesture of respect and devotion. It signals that this is no longer just a plant, it's now a container of intention, a silent companion on your journey to abundance. Choose a small strip of gold or jade cloth. Gold represents wealth, value, and stability. It aligns with the metal element, which governs wealth and long-term success. Jade represents good fortune, renewal, and supportive relationships. It connects to the wood element, amplifying the plant's natural energy. Gently tie the cloth around the base of the snake plant, just above the soil below the leaves. No need to tie tightly. No need to be fancy. This is not a decoration. It is a symbolic whisper, a gentle declaration that says, this space holds sacred energy. This plant now has a purpose. Avoid using red or black cloth, as these colors can overstimulate or inhibit the plant's energy. Red is the fire element, which can clash with metal. Black represents water, which can reduce the flow of good fortune if placed incorrectly. Once you have tied the cloth, take a moment. Breathe. Visualize the plant glowing from root to tip with calm, steady energy. You have now completed the energy circuit. In the next section, we'll explore the perfect timing for this ritual so you can align your actions with the most powerful energy windows of the month. Sacred timing, when to do the ritual. In energy work and ancient spiritual practice, timing is everything. You may have the right object, the right intention, and the right plant, but if you align them with the right moment, the effect multiplies. The most powerful times to perform this ritual are the 1st and 10th days of the lunar calendar. The hour of the rabbit, from 5:1 hours to 7:00 a.m., when the first light gently enters your space, or during the early days of the Lunar New Year, when a fresh cycle of energy begins. But why these times? Because in Feng Shui and Buddhist cosmology, these are the sacred windows when heaven thin earth, and human and yin align. On the first day, we plant the seed. On the 10th, the god of wealth is believed to descend, carrying blessings for those who are ready. In the early morning, yang energy rises, with the sun bringing clarity, vitality, and the power of new beginnings. When you perform your ritual during these windows, it's like placing your intention on a river that's already flowing swiftly in your favor. It's no longer just your energy at work. It's the rhythm of the cosmos moving with you. So mark your calendar. Rise early, and when the time comes, bring stillness into your heart. Let your ritual be quiet, sacred, and full of presence. In the next section, we'll prepare your inner energy, because the space around you is only as powerful as the space within you. Your ritual doesn't end once you bury the items. In fact, that's just the beginning. Because once your snake plant is activated, it's no longer just a plant. It becomes a living mirror of your energy, and how you treat it is how the universe understands your readiness to receive. Start with the leaves. Take time each week to gently wipe them with a clean, damp cloth. In Feng Shui, leaves represent your prosperous face. Dust and stagnation on the leaves, chakra blocked energy. A clean surface, our chakra clear, radiant chai flowing freely throughout your space. Next, water with intention, not habit. Overwatering will cause the plant to become waterlogged, a sign of depleted energy. Underwatering will cause drought in both the soil and the spirit. Snake plants follow the give, keep, receive principle. Water only when the soil is dry and the roots are really thirsty. Water only as much as the plant needs. This teaches balance. An important principle in water element Feng Shui. Timing is more important than quantity. Place the plant where it can breathe in soft light. Indirect or filtered sunlight is ideal. A bright corner near a window but shielded from harsh, direct rays is best. Too much sun can burn the leaves, burning your energy flow. Too little light weakens the chai. Use well-draining soil, a mix of sand, perlite, and organic matter. Choose a pot with drainage holes so that excess water and stagnant luck can escape. Healthy roots are a healthy path. Finally, observe. Check the leaves. Watch for any browning pests or rot. Treat them early. When you care for your plants, you care for your own flow of luck, clarity, and happiness. Next, a sacred rule that should never be broken, why your ritual must be kept private. Once your snake plant is activated, where to place the snake plant? 5 sacred Feng Shui zones. Once your snake plant is activated, with coins, crystals, keys, and intention, where you place it becomes just as important as what you've buried beneath it. In Feng Shui, nothing is placed randomly. Every corner, entryway, and surface in your home carries a unique energetic blueprint, connected to prosperity, health, relationships, stability, or spiritual growth. By placing your activated plant in a strategic location, you ensure that its energy isn't just present, it's channeled, amplified, and harmonized with the natural flow of chai in your space. Here are 5 powerful locations where your snake plant can do its most transformative work. 1 to the left of the front door, the Green Dragon Gate place, the plant just inside and to the left of your main entrance from the inside looking out. This position is linked to the azure dragon in Feng Shui, a symbol of protection, prosperity, and rising power. It welcomes beneficial energy into your home, especially related to career success and financial support. 2. On either side of a wealth altar. If you have a wealth altar or a statue of the god of wealth, placing snake plants symmetrically on both sides reinforces energetic equilibrium. It balances yin and yang and grounds your prayers and offerings in a space of order and respect. This symmetry activates the altar and helps anchor your abundance intentions. 3. On your work desk, sharpen focus and decision-making. On a desk, the upright blades of the snake plant reinforce mental clarity, focus, and financial decisiveness. It becomes a silent guardian of your work energy, especially powerful for entrepreneurs, creatives, and anyone needing sharp financial judgment. 4. On the balcony, channeling fresh chai inward. Placing your snake plant on a balcony allows it to act as a natural filter for external energy. It blocks chaotic chai from entering and gently draws revitalized energy into your home, enhancing freshness, optimism, and wealth flow. At the base or landing of a staircase. Staircases move energy vertically and sometimes too quickly. A snake plant at the foot or mid-landing slows the rush, creating stability and balance between floors. This helps prevent financial energy from draining or becoming erratic in multi-level homes. Coming up next, we'll explore the sacred boundary you must protect and why keeping your ritual private ensures its lasting power. There is one final rule in this ritual, perhaps the most important of all: tell no one. Once you bury your sacred objects beneath a snake plant, speak your intention from your heart and place it in the appropriate location. That act becomes a private vow between you and the unseen, a contract between your spirit and the flow of prosperity in the universe. In ancient energy traditions, intention is like a seed. It needs silence, protection, and privacy to take root. If you speak too soon, if you let others touch, disturb, or question what you have placed, you risk scattering the energy like digging up a seed before it sprouts. Your coins, crystals, keys, and notes, they are now extensions of your spiritual frequency. When others interact with them, especially without understanding, they can disrupt your energy patterns, unintentionally altering or weakening your flow. The same goes for cutting a leaf to give away or repotting a plant too soon. Once activated, the snake plant becomes a personalized energy center. Think of it as a sacred altar. It's great to share wisdom, but physical objects should belong only to you. So hold this space quietly. Nourish the plant gently. Talk to it when you need to. Listen often and trust. Because when your relationship with energy is intimate and intentional, the universe will respond in kind, with protection, with grace, and with opportunities you never saw coming. Let this be your secret garden of good fortune. Now that the ritual is complete, let's get back to the simplest truth. By taking care of your tree, you are taking care of your future. Now you know the ancient ritual hidden in plain sight: a plant, a few sacred objects, and the quiet power of your intention. This isn't about superstition. It's about choosing to live with awareness, with respect for energy, and with the belief that what you plant spiritually and physically will grow. Your snake plant is now more than just greenery in a corner. It's a guardian, a receiver, a quiet partner in the unfolding story of your abundance. So care for it well, protect its energy, and walk forward with confidence, because every time you water it, clean its leaves, or stand near it in stillness, you are feeding your own flow of prosperity. If this video has brought you peace, clarity, or inspiration, please take a moment to share, and subscribe to Ancient Buddhist Wisdom. We are honored to walk this path with you. And remember, the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you prepare for. And today you've just made space for something beautiful to begin.